What if I told you that your dream truck, the one you just dropped 40 or 50 grand on, is practically guaranteed to break down right after it hits 30,000 miles? Yeah, according to a brand new report from Consumer Reports, 14 of the most popular trucks in America are now showing major mechanical failures just after the warranty's up. We're talking busted transmissions, failing hybrid systems, rusted frames, and even full engine replacements before the thing's even paid off. And here's the real kicker. Some of these trucks have a reputation for being bulletproof. In this video, we're going to name every single one of these problem trucks, break down exactly what's going wrong, and show you how to protect yourself before your truck turns into a driveway ornament. Oh, and one brand new electric truck? It's already being called the most unreliable vehicle ever tested. Let's get into it. So here's how this all exploded. Just a few days ago, an internal document from Consumer Reports started popping up in auto forums, long before it hit the magazine shelves. And this wasn't just a minor leak. It was a full reliability bombshell. The report focused on one disturbing pattern: trucks that run fine until they cross about 30,000 miles. Then everything starts falling apart. Turns out, a ton of manufacturers design their powertrains to survive just long enough to make it through the bumper-to-bumper warranty. After that, you're on your own. Insiders even say some brands quietly track something called MTBF 30K. That's mean time between failures, starting right at 30,000 miles. And once you see which truck showed up on that list, it gets ugly. Ford fans didn't expect this one. The F-150 PowerBoost hybrid, yeah, the one that was supposed to be the future of work trucks, is now popping up with coolant leaks into the battery heat exchanger and a glitchy transmission that starts acting up around 28,000 to 35,000 miles. And that 10-speed transmission? It's not just in the PowerBoost. The Ranger and earlier F-150 models also use the same 10R80 gearbox, which is now the center of multiple lawsuits for harsh shifting, premature clutch wear, and in some cases, complete failure with no warning. Some owners reported replacing the whole thing before hitting 40,000 miles, with zero help from Ford. And if you think that's bad, wait till you hear what's going on under the hood of GM's biggest trucks. If you thought jumping ship to Chevy or GMC would save you, think again. Both the Silverado and Sierra have been hammered with one of the most expensive recurring failures in recent truck history: collapsed lifters. It's mostly hitting the 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8 engines, and it usually shows up between 25,000 and 35,000 miles. Once it starts ticking, you're looking at full camshaft replacements, sometimes full engine teardowns, and get this, repair bills north of $10,000. Even worse, GM initially blamed owners for oil issues before quietly issuing service bulletins. But by the time most people catch it, they're already out of warranty. And if learning that just saved you 10 grand, imagine what you'll catch in next week's video. We're dropping a full breakdown on which trucks actually hold up past 100,000 miles without draining your wallet. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And now, let's talk about a brand that almost never shows up on these failure lists. Until now. Now here's one nobody expected: Toyota. The new twin-turbo Tundra, which replaced the rock-solid 5.7-liter V8, is already racking up complaints. And it hasn't even been on the road that long. Owners are seeing wastegate failures, fuel tank pressure warnings, and even cracked seat frames. Yeah, physical frame cracks, right around that same 30,000-mile mark. The powertrain might be more efficient, sure, but it's acting more like a beta test than a finished product. Some mechanics are already saying the iForce V6 simply wasn't ready for prime time. It's not a total disaster yet, but it's enough to have die-hard Toyota fans side-eyeing the used market. And speaking of new tech nightmares, Tesla's about to take center stage. The Cybertruck isn't just a meme anymore. It's turning into a full-blown mechanical disaster. Since deliveries began, the Cybertruck has been hit with 6 major recalls in just 7 months. And they're not minor. We're talking about steering that locks up, trim flying off at highway speeds, and worst of all, inverter failures that can completely kill power without warning. For a truck that's supposed to be bulletproof, it's shocking how fast owners are calling tow trucks. Resale value? Already tanking. It's now depreciating faster than 91% of all 2024 vehicles. Tesla fans are still clinging to hope, but if you're looking for a dependable workhorse, this ain't it. But the Cybertruck's not alone. Next up, midsize trucks are showing their own batch of early breakdowns. Think midsize trucks are safer? Not even close. The new Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon were hit with a stop sale order just months after release, thanks to injector failures and electronics that bricked entire dashboards. Some owners had their ECM, yep, the truck's brain, completely replaced under 10,000 miles. The Ford Ranger still hasn't shaken its transmission drama. Despite tech service bulletins trying to calm it down, owners report harsh shifting and hesitation ramping up around 15 to 25,000 miles. And Nissan's Frontier and Titan? A wave of trucks got flagged for rollaway risks, plus 9-speed transmissions that lurch like they've had one too many drinks. But this isn't just about engines and gears. Some trucks are breaking down in way more dangerous ways. It's not just engines and transmissions breaking down. Some trucks are coming apart in much scarier ways. Jeep Gladiator and Wrangler owners were hit with a recall after a wave of clutch plates overheated and caught fire. Yeah, actual flames. Jeep replaced them, but now some replacements are failing all over again. Over at Ram, more than 1.2 million 1500s were recalled due to an ABS glitch that disables traction control without warning. One moment you're cruising, next thing you know, the system just stops working. And then there's Toyota Tacoma. That old frame rust problem everyone thought was history? It's back. Buybacks are quietly happening again between 28,000 and 35,000 miles, right after most warranties tap out. The final list is brutal. But before we wrap, let's go rapid fire through every truck that made the report. So here's the full list of trucks flagged by Consumer Reports for major failures after 30,000 miles. Ford F-150 PowerBoost, Ranger, Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, Toyota Tundra, Cybertruck, Colorado, Canyon, Nissan Frontier, Titan, Jeep Gladiator, Wrangler, Ram 1500, and the Tacoma. What do they all have in common? A shiny spec sheet hiding real mechanical problems just below the surface. If you're shopping for a truck, don't just trust the badge. Dig into service bulletins, owner forums, and get a pre-purchase inspection no matter what the dealer says. Because in today's market, longevity is the new luxury. Now you can spot the early warning signs and dodge the worst offenders. But next week, we're breaking down the top 5 most underrated trucks that actually hold up past 100,000 miles.